everybody. I wanted to do a little review here. My Northern Miss needed a quiver, and I got a hold of Donnie Wilkerson over at Quiver Trading, and he built me a quiver in a few weeks to perfectly match this bow. These quivers fit perfect on an ASL or any bow or long bow that you choose. He gets the measurements. Mine, I think it was a 10-inch, and he makes the quiver accordingly. Donnie built mine. Let me show y'all this. The strap, the length of the strap for this when strapping on here was perfect too. There was no overhang or anything, and he built it for my Northern Miss longbow here. Adding this quiver to this longbow made the weight perfect. He used a brown hood, and he used a piece of Coca-Cola for the bracing. And this thing is amazing looking. It's beautiful. The weight of it set my longbow, made it perfect feeling, and I want to buy one of these for my PLX longbow now. I've used Great Northern quivers in the past, and I'm pretty sure these are my favorite quivers now. I know a lot of the guys shooting the ASL longbows and hill style longbows use these, and I can see why now. They're pretty perfect. I'm gonna strap this one back on, but I usually do this without arrows in, but definitely need to do this. Definitely should do this without the arrows in there, but when you stretch it out, anyway, when you get it back on here and stretch it out, it fits the longbow perfectly. So this is it, Creekwalker Trading Quiver. Y'all check them out. Donnie Wilkerson builds them, and like I said, they fit perfect, and they're amazing. They go with your ASL longbow. These are them. And I wanted to show y'all something else with these quivers. A lot of times with the quiver, you'll have to set your arrows one high, one low in your hood right here. Well, Donnie built this quiver where it lines up perfect with the middle of the quiver. The spacing is perfect for the amount of arrows, and they sit like that, and your arrows don't hit. And I like that. It's easy for me to set my arrows in there. Everything's perfect. Everything's set perfect. Everything's spaced perfect. The weight's perfect. This is a perfect quiver, y'all. Pretty excited about that. I've never done a review on a quiver, but man, this is it. This is the perfect traditional quiver. So y'all check it out, Creekwalker Trading, Donnie Wilkerson. There's his logo. Super awesome quiver right here. I wanted to show y'all how to attach the quiver to the bow. When you're doing this, go ahead and remove your arrows. It'll make life a lot easier for you. You won't have to be fiddling with a sharp broadhead by your hand or anything like that. So go ahead and get these arrows out of here before you do this. Anyway, so pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy, but I'm just going to show it to you. Just put the quiver on the bow here, and this quiver has a flat space, which makes it's flat right here, and it makes it easy to set this quiver on your riser. And then after that, you just do a wrap, do it kind of tight, like when you're wrapping these quivers. Pull the rubber tight, because when you get done, it's going to perfectly go. And he made them where it doesn't have a lot of overhang, but it goes perfect on these risers. So I thought that was pretty awesome. This is he made this one in a Coca-Cola, and it's pretty awesome looking. I love a Coca-Cola wood. It matches a lot of bows, and it's real awesome looking. But let's go ahead and get this one on here as well. Stretch it out and put it on there. Once you get it stretched out and put on, I'm telling you, it's rock solid. This thing doesn't move at all. There's no kind of, when I shoot this thing, my arrows aren't going to be jiggling around. They're just going to be in place. The thing's solid. You could use this as your handle if you want when walking in. Now you couldn't. Your arrows are going to be here, but it's if you're just walking around shooting a back river maybe, but what's the point? But this thing's pretty awesome. Clears the hand good when I'm shooting, and pretty awesome little quiver here. I'm glad I bought one. I was kind of skeptical at first. You know, I looked at the price point compared to others, but let me tell you something. When you're paying that price point for traditional gear, usually it's for quality. It's for a quality built product. This thing is awesome. I already want another one for my PLX longbow, and it's got a good weight to it. Super sturdy. The arrows set in there perfect, and it's built perfect. Y'all check him out. Creekwalker Trading Quivers, Donnie Wilkerson. He does a fine job of building a quiver, and I would recommend them to anybody. All right, I'm gonna show y'all now how the arrow is set in this quiver. We're gonna the way he has this set up, you can pretty much set the arrows in line with the middle. Go ahead and set your arrows in there in line with the middle of your stitching. So your stitching's right here, put the arrows in the middle of the quiver. And check this out. Once they go in there, I got them built for 11/32 wood arrows. But once they go in there, they get these clipped in. Oh, these are rock solid too. This holder gripper is rock solid. But anyway, my arrows set in there like that. They clear. This is one thing you got to watch out for with quivers. The arrow spacing is perfect. It clears, the feathers clear just enough where it's not going to be hitting each other and making a lot of noise. Oh, y'all can see that. But like I said, you put the arrows right in the middle of the quiver right here, and they fit perfectly. Pretty awesome. I like that in the quiver. I don't like having to move my arrows up and down a whole bunch. I'd rather them be in line, and it's spaced the way this is. The way this gripper is rounded, it spaces those arrows perfectly and just works. All right, y'all. I wanted to get outside with my Creekwalker quiver and kind of show y'all how solid this thing is. The arrow gripper is awesome. It grips these arrows perfect. And I want to take a few shots with it and see if it has any kind of wiggle or noise, which I know it's not gonna because it's super solid on this bow. Man, this thing is solid. The quiver does not move at all. Wait, it really weights this bow perfectly. Now those arrows aren't flying out of this bow very good, but we're going to shoot them anyway. Awesome shot. That quiver doesn't move at all. Definitely need some different spot arrows for this bow. Yeah, every time I shoot, these are winging off to the left. But anyway, y'all, Creekwalker Trading Quiver. This thing is awesome. Like I said, you're not gonna find a more solid gripper than this one. It holds these arrows super tight, doesn't move at all, and everything is pretty perfect. Dead deer right there. Oh, I definitely need to find a different arrow for this bow. These are not spined perfectly. They fly good, but they're not perfect in flight. I don't know. They seem to be a little bit weak to me. And definitely winging around when I'm shooting, but as far as this quiver goes, this is where it's at right here. Definitely gonna have to find some different arrows for this bow, y'all. These are a 50-55 spine, and they just aren't shooting how I'm wanting them to shoot. It's something isn't really flying right about them. Every time I shoot them, they're going off to the left a little bit, which I don't know if that's too stiff. I think it's too stiff of a spine. They're kind of kicking out to the left there. That was a dead deer, but you may have to run either a heavier broadhead or a different arrow. Dead deer right there too with the broadhead. Not for certain what's going on here, but I definitely don't think these arrows are perfect for this bow. Every time I release that arrow, it kicks off of there. This is gonna make this this head right here is a really light one, 115, so it's gonna make this arrow more stiff. And we're gonna see how that flies. That might be the ticket for this bow. It might need a stiffer arrow. I appreciate y'all watching this one. This is the Creek Walker Trading Quiver. Super solid, very well built, awesome looking, fits the bow perfect, and silent. So y'all check them out. Donnie, Wilkerson, Creek Walker Trading. We'll pick you one up. Perfect shot right there. Maybe if I pulled this bow back out, it needs to be shot, it'd do a little better. Awesome shots right there. Quiver's deadly silent. I think I need to get some different spine arrows for this bow, but other than that, it's a killer. Pretty awesome group right there for me and some wood arrows. Creek Walker Trading Quiver, It's super solid, awesome looking, and just a really well built quiver. Y'all check him out. Creekwalker Trading, Donnie Wilkerson, he'll build you one. Another thing I want to mention about the Creekwalker Trading quiver, Donnie sends you a handful of lifesavers, so can't beat that.